Alright.
Oh, that's a big
Where
yawn.
will journeys take
Oh, that's
you?
a big yawn.
Alright. Just activating the Phoenix source. There we go. So I should be able to see her once she arrives. Anyway, we were kind of doing sort of well with that duels run, so...
Oh yeah.
But yeah, my mom made like fresh bacon and pepperoni pizza, which was bitchin'. Everyone had some of
That
that.
sounds good.
And she made like strawberry cake with like
Oh.
with like light traditional frosting and Jimmy's. But
Witness the ways of my
so I would go to blow out the candles and I would blow like a dragon's breath of Jimmy's across the table.
Good job.
Thankfully, it had like one of those tablecloth things, so it was fine.
God. Even still, that must have been like, oh fuck.
Yep. Everyone was laughing, to be fair. It was all in good fun.
Yeah.
But still, that was a heck of a something. Baby tree.
Baby.
Dad tree. They're both
Not baby.
They're both wearing necklaces, actually. Never
Oh, they're
noticed that.
matching.
Deal one, then deal one to the enemy hero. Okay, so scatter shot. Well, rid of that maybe. Okay. Alright.
Love is just an arrangement away.
Tree on tree violence.
Oh, hang on. Do I still remember the Angora? How do I floop the volcano?
What?
I just noticed what game board we were on. Let me see.
Behold, jewels of the sound.
Ooh. Alright, you guys ready for this shit?
Yeah. Dong.
I flooped the volcano.
Oh shit!
Oh,
We do a little trolling. A little natural disaster.
Okay, this is probably worse than you shooting that ballista multiple times. I imagine this will kill more people.
Alright, so what are we doing here? I think we're fine to just say whatever to this. Just go with the defensive option. Just sit here. If it gets super bad, we can rip the Doom Pact. Yeah, we're fine. That was your guys' day?
Fight something good!
It was nothing exciting.
Nothing exciting. I read you.
Yeah.
We're going on a dangerous voyage. You in?
Yeah, mine's a little ugh.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, just I don't know. Like I woke up like 6 in the morning and my stomach felt like it was just up in knots.
Ooh, that's not fun.
Yeah. So I took a bit of medication, went back to bed. I mean, I've been managing, but it's just like, eh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just hoping it was like something I ate instead of like something I've caught.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I read that. Finally. I was wondering where my mushroom was.
Fuck yeah, time to get high.
More gas. More healing.
Gas, gas, gas.
Pulling a nature spell, gain health. Man, it'll probably be applicable, so Toad. Oh,
Time is of the essence.
oh, am I greedy enough to do that?
Do it.
Cool.
Or puppy? Nah, let's go for greed.
Oh ho 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 ho.
But first, fork.
Favorite girl, what's wrong?
Ooh, okay. That's a big boy.
6-9, nice.
Nice. Want to avoid getting clowned on by things like freezing trap, so we'll play a little out of order. Okay, good. Composting seems like it might be a smidge excessive, but maybe trade composting. 3, 1. Yeah, we could do something like that, possibly. Emergency maneuvers. Yep. I would really love Staff of Scalies right now. Kodo mount, alright. Ooh. Aggressive. Just thinking of the follow-up. For that, so I need 3 damage to pierce that. So I could go Kodo Doom Pact. I also have draws. Let's see what the draws are. Okay. Okay.
Time is of the essence.
Ooh, Death Coil with a nice branching path to the bad draw, or bad burn.
Agony.
Alright, we just gotta survive this turn, mostly. They have been holding on to 1 card since, like, turn 1. Add a Diablo signature treasure to your hand, shuffle this into your deck.
Wait, like Diablo?
Yeah, like the Lord of Terror. Yeah, he made a cross appearance in this game for some reason.
Okay, then.
Yep, so trying to get that damage in. Thankfully, we will be able to thwart him on that.
He lives.
Alright. Lock it down. Ooh. Plagued Proto-Drake is also a very good 8 to get. Alright, your move. Plus I'm threatening survival of the fittest. Lethal. Necrotic poison. Ooh! Hello, Malorn.
Hello.
Okay.
Howdy.
Oh, gross. Warlord.
Yeah.
Oh, that procs Death Rattle. Okay.
What procs Death Rattle?
Them getting bored.
Oh, the shuffle. That is interesting, actually. So what all just died? A lot of treants, mostly. So let's Boomkin first. That's a nice straightforward way to deal with that. And might as well Death Grip. Well, that's definitely important to whatever they were trying to do. I wonder if they feel safe behind that taunt. The fact they're not is bonkers.
No force on Azeroth can stop
Oh,
me.
hello.
That might make them safe. Actually, if they take a Wongo into Malorn, they took the Wongo.
Bruh.
It's a pretty big smack. But, we might have them beat depending on what else they do. It's already attacked, right? Yep. So let's think. If I survival of the fittest, it's 6 times 4, 24, 34, 38. Currently has 38, but do the damage breakpoints line up? Yes.
Oh my god.
You are growing strong.
Oh my god.
Survival of the fittest, bitch.
That was so good. What the fuck?
How is this run doing so well? Let's see. Bubba.
Bubba. Who's a good boy?
Summon a random legendary minion. That's kind of good sometimes. Or deal 8 to the hero and freeze it. Less good over time, because we're continuously getting 5 more max health for every run success we have.
Yeah, I noticed that, and it's cursed.
So I think we'll take Astral Portal. Interesting. Reinforcements, Phlegma.
No more, please. I'm full.
Yep. If I want this bucket, it would be for things like tree enforcements and spreading plague. But there is a certain point where the deck becomes less consistent the more you take.
Right.
So I'll take no more. And if we run into a situation where those cards would have been helpful, I'll call it out.
Omu versus Terralion!
The power of nature cannot compete with the light.
We will see who grows strongest.
Oh, they have beef.
Yep. It's like, we'll see about that, pretty boy. Alright. Optimize polarity. After you play your first non-magnetic mech each turn, add a random 1-mana mech with magnetic. And after a friendly minion loses its divine shield, give it +2/+2. Okay.
I don't like the composition that implies.
It implies a divine shield mech deck from Paladin, which is going to be very strong. Like when this breaks, it becomes a 3/3, so.
Agony.
I guess I'll take Moonbeam? Hard to say.
Powering up! Portals online!
Of course. Good time.
Love is just an arrangement away.
None of these are nature? I guess not.
It's got fucking moon in its
Tell me
name.
of your
How is that
travel.
not nature?
Initializing descent.
This guy needs to be killed expediently.
I'm scared.
It's alright. This is why I kept the staff. Ooh, okay. Juicy options here. Take Flipper Friends, I think.
Flipper Friend's good.
Yep. It doesn't allow me to draw it per se, but I think that's the best option still.
Mm.
And then we destroy this. save ourselves 2 health. Why not?
Hi. Hello,
Hello.
sweet thing. What do you need, baby girl?
Converting stored energy.
You're so cute.
Alright. So the question is, do I start with Flipper Friends or do I start with the staff? I think there's enough threat here that I need to go for the staff. Okay. Better for now.
That's one good staff.
Indeed. Full Feral Rage. Just armor up. And destroy this guy. Prep up for the hero power into Starfall.
Hard works.
Ah,
Truth is my shield.
Okay, cool.
ugh.
Job done.
Face it, Terralian. I'm the cool guy.
Converting stored energy.
Oh man.
Babies!
We are a little low on gas.
Just a touch. Though it's very funny to imagine this tree person wielding fucking Frostmourne.
I know, right? It would be even better to wield Frostmourne if I could, you know, get some more health. Okay. That Gnomish Army knife is,
Jesus Christ, okay.
yeah. Okay, well, that's a start. After this attacks and kills a minion, may attack again. Well, it won't be doing that, but it will prevent me from possible death. And the Divine Shield on this stuff is also pretty brutal.
Yeah, this fight has been a bit of a hot
None may
mess.
steal our
Yeah, this might be the end.
Yeah.
That Sue Leadfoot, especially the Sue Leadfoot with the Avenging Armaments, is way too strong a composition.
I mean, at least you lost to someone who, like, knows what they're doing.
Right.
I guess there might be that to be said. Oh! Hold
Oh.
the phone. We're
Oh my
not
God.
dead yet.
We're not dead yet.
Though we did just burn like 7 cards.
Oh, not the shroom. Fucking woof.
Behold, jewels of the sun.
I mean, that was a way out. Gotta play
It
for
was.
this.
It works.
Maybe. It only works if we survive.
Yeah, we're just on objective survive at this point.
Yeah.
This is not an it. This is just how long we survive in it.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, we can still stabilize. We still have like 13 very powerful cards in our deck. We just, like I said, we need to survive. Okay. Okay, he's one off. Aww. Nuts. That was extended PM and he knew it.
Oh my god.
That was rough.
A little rough. But, got a quest done, so there's that.
Number go up.
Now, I didn't pay money at the start, I don't think. Yeah, no, this was casual. Okay. I don't think I would put money on that, though.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm wondering where Phoenix is. I know I did say 8:30 to 9, but
It's 9 o'clock.
it is 9 o'clock. To be fair,
Actually, it's 8, you fucking plebeians.
I gave her a boop. See how that does. By the way, we made it to gold 9.
Ooh, climbing.
Let's do some cursing.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh.
Nazoth versus Thrall.
My elements are frightful. All eyes shall be opened.
What is Shaman even doing? Or is it a rogue?
Trust issues.
Well, I'm happy with these
Oh,
cards.
jeez.
Rod into Tamsin is always pretty good. Though there is a genuine argument to be made for not tapping if I can't play anything in the next 4 turns.
Bonk, 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 bonk.
Bink, 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 bink.
There is little time.
Oh look, found the gold. It was a rogue!
Motherfucker!
No one plays a shaman in this metagame. Fucking called it though. Alright.
More meat.
More meat. Ooh. Nice timing on this draw.
Trust no one, not even me.
I won't trust you, ever!
There is no more trust to be had in this game.
At least not until the fucking sets rotate and you leave. Alright, so it should line up well with Tamsin next turn. Toof. Okay. Oh, Phoenix just woke up.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, there you go. I think I'm gonna grab a quick snack while we wait for Phoenix.
Yeah, absolutely.
knock.
Grab a snack, grab something to drink, and go to the bathroom if you need it.
Yep.
So Phoenix says that they have to go out for a bit. They'll be back in 40 minutes. Says that
Sure.
we can start without her. Probably what I'll do is I'll finish up this game. I might grab like a little snack or something myself. We'll see. And just leave that in my hand. And then when V gets back, I'll ask if she's alright with doing Toko.
Alright.
Trust me when I say 40 minutes in this investigation is not going to be a long time.
You know what? Fair enough, and also that horrifies me.
I mean, I hate being honest with you, but that's just me being honest with you, so...
Understood.
God, I hate this Swift Scale Trickster. Bless you.
Side effects, side effects. No, trust me.
Double fire in the hole. Okay. See what we get from the school teacher. Or actually, we can do this. Draw. School
Who
teacher.
here can spell Zinjari? Anybody?
Sure. Let's go for this.
Pick me! Pick me!
Hard. Not enough damage.
My hand is full.
That can't be happy about that.
Get burned.
Get burned.
Trust no one, not even me.
Understood.
Light cannot exist without the dark.
Okay. So that's the Theta one. Da, da.
What is taking so long?
Draw here. Okay, so that actually helps.
Shuffle off.
Zola's great. Alright.
Specimen. I must hasten.
So there's a cool is guaranteed to kill, if nothing else.
Smart moves.
Yep, there we go.
Concede.
Got him.
Got it. Seeing, like, victory and always a good chunk of experience for this just feels very nice. Win streak! It's been so long!
Win streak, my beloved.
If only I
Back
had
from the
you.
war.
If only I had you back when I had, like, higher star ranks. Alright, so we're gonna leave this. I'm gonna get us set up on the Danganronpa title screen. If V comes back while I'm, like, grabbing a quick schneck, do you mind filling them in?
Yeah, I'll let them know.
Okay, thank you. Presuming, of course, that they are not already listening.
Right.
Alright, let's see. Stream this.
Oh, we're starting. Cool.
Yep, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab a bit of food right quick. Phoenix is essentially gonna be here at 9:40 EST. Maybe a smidge later. So she said to start without her.
Okay.
So I'm gonna grab a bit of food for my face.
Dang it, Ron
Man, I can't wait for y'all to get to the second game. I really can't.
God. It's gonna be insane just making it through this game because we've been on this for so fucking long.
Yep. Hop. Hop. Hop.
Our turn.
Welcome back.
With bacon pepperoni pizza redux.
Yum.
Let's get loaded into it.
Okay, so who's gonna be doing Makoto?
I guess. I don't know.
I was gonna
Leave that
ask.
to birthday boy.
Yeah, because Jack, you have too many fucking voices, okay? You do like all of the guys.
Yeah.
What I was gonna ask was that since you already have Kyoko and Aoi, Naya, if you wouldn't mind taking Makoto and Toko, at least Toko until Phoenix arrives, V.
Will do.
And then I'll take Monokuma, Byakuya, and Hiro.
Sounds good.
Let's do this shit.
Trial verdict, I think.
Yeah, because this one here
Oh, fuck.
is the most recent time.
Do it. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then I was awake. Or was it just another dream?
Thrill the fuck, yo!
A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. Heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what happened. Alter Ego saved me. And he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So, I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. With that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of here. It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at all, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I drink and which ones are all around a bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up. Because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing that I decided to do was go to sleep.
Conserve your energy,
Yeah.
man.
That's
Sleepy.
fucking mood.
Plus, you almost died. Like,
Yeah.
that puts it where
Like-
it's all.
We need a shower after this, dude. Like, we reek from the sweat and now, like, the trash. Ugh. We stink.
We
Give
are
Makoto a shower 2K22.
we are officially a
Mhm.
garbage boy.
Well, we're a literal garbage boy. We're not a figurative garbage boy. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That's good. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left, not being able to eat or drink.
I'm gonna be right back for like 2 seconds. I just hear like sounds outside.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to make sure.
Worrisome sounds?
Just want to make sure no one's breaking into my house.
Jesus
Yeah.
fuck, okay.
If I'm not back by the top of the half hour, call the cops.
Okay.
I don't know where you live!
I'll call your phone. I got a broken tooth and it's currently digging into my cheek and it hurts like hell.
Bro, what?
Oh, just one of my one of my tip. One of my molars.
Oh my
is
god.
It's broken.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's digging into my cheek. It's kind of hurting a little bit.
Ah.
It's nothing. We're fine.
Alright, good.
Was it nothing?
Well, what it was is that it looked like it was an 18-wheeler popped an alligator on the highway.
Ah, cool.
Popped a what?
Venus.
Yeah.
Basically, when certain types of tire explosions occur,
Oh.
the resulting rubber left behind looks like an alligator.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did you already read
Alright.
this line B, or?
Yeah.
Cool.
I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly.
Go crunch.
Oh. Oh. What the? A strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over here? Something fell from up above. What could it have been?
Food?
Food?
Offerings.
Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude.
Before she even emerged from that pile of garbage, I knew who it was. My wife.
It smells awful.
I'm sorry, just the cup noodles.
Yep. Welcome to Trash Here, Gary.
Okay, I can do this, Oh my fucking god, okay. This place smells awful.
Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected.
What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you.
I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again. Actual trash.
You saw nothing. First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished.
Bread
Oh, shit.
and water.
Bread and water! This is my favorite food in the whole wide world. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. And within seconds, it was in my mouth, making its way down towards my stomach.
Don't eat too fast.
Whew. That really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going.
So you still haven't given up then?
Nope. Of course not. My head hit the ground way too hard. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Hey.
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at.
But, Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or, no, to atone.
Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything.
So, you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you.
Don't say that. You didn't abandon me.
She kind of did.
I mean, she kind of did, but...
She kinda did.
Makoto, I know you're a sweetheart, but...
No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life.
See?
You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but... There was a reason that I had to survive, no matter the cost.
What did you have to survive? Or
It's
why,
true.
I guess.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do.
What?
I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason.
So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right. At least, I did. Once.
Once?
Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was.
You forgot, but that's...
I had no memory of what my purpose was.
No memory? That's impossible.
Amnesia?
Then, is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school?
The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too. And when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I had forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was.
See?
They said BRB real quick in the gen chat.
Oh, okay. Alright, I'll take over Makoto then.
Sure.
They know what's up. They know what's up. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey,
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient.
Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory.
But why would they want to do that?
There's only one reason I can come up with.
To nerf me.
I'm too overpowered. Because of my purpose and my ability, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans.
So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However,
And it could also mean...
Sorry, I'm back.
You're good. Somehow, my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time.
But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us.
What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right?
I bet it's Byakuya. The mastermind. One of us. If she believes that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However,
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me.
But why me?
Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but
I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand.
Oh,
Oh,
we're having a moment.
I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
it's just like that dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
listen.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced.
Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So, how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability.
What? You mentioned your ability.
My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective.
The ultimate detective!
Yeah! And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy. There was someone I had to find here in the school.
You had to find someone. Who?
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster?
Because he's my father.
What?
In other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak.
Yoko's dad. Hope's Peak's headmaster? Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved.
I'll find a way. No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
no matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko? What's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point. But when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him.
That makes sense.
However,
But listen, Makoto. I want to make this perfectly clear, so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room.
Then what did you see in there?
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there.
You mean the mastermind, right?
it's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found.
But why there?
Because I also found this in the headmaster's room.
Is this some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy.
One sec.
Mm. Info dump. Info dump.
Give me that exposition, shove it in my face.
Shh.
Hey, that's me, but you already know. I'll tell you things you should probably show.
I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues. So I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room.
So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors.
Second floor of the dorms. So, what was it like? That part of school, I mean.
It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized. Whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined.
What do you mean?
So,
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself. And I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough.
Sounds like it must be important. And really ominous.
I'm scared. We are marathoning this shit!
Oh.
What?
It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
However,
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. Damn, there goes my theory. And I know it wasn't you either.
Well, there goes my theory. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed.
Get you killed?
indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial.
It was?
The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly.
You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly.
With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it.
The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What's that?
There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto.
Finally getting into it.
I could have become the victim.
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Wait, do you mean that wasn't a dream?
The fever dream shit? Hello?
During the night?
Real as fuck, yo!
Wait, so you heard me when I asked you to step on me, then?
I did hear that, yes. I can hear everything.
Oh,
The footsteps of the god of death.
what?
I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases, just like this,
Anyway,
which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms, and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
correct.
I ran into your room, and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind, in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me.
So, all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think.
But that's really bad if it's true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try to kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction.
So, what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered.
Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair.
The other ultimate despair?
The other ultimate despair!
That's right, bitches. There's two.
There's two!
There is two.
At least two.
You're the ultimate despair! He's the ultimate despair! I'm the fucking ultimate despair! Are there any other ultimate despairs I need to know about?
Meow.
Jesus fuck. Okay, let's get back into it. Oh my god. There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person.
It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event.
You're talking about...
That's right.
What happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
the tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that. They're the ultimate despair?
It would seem...
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
Then they're...
Indeed.
Make no mistake. They're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy.
Chapter 5 complete!
I lived!
None of us are dead. We all lived, bitch. To be continued.
10 dead. 6 alive.
It's a rocket!
Oh boy, my favorite. Oh my god, I need water.
The ultimate despair. Go get water. We can pause it here.
I have water, I'm drinking it.
Yeah, drink.
Okay, I want to eat a piece of chicken, so...
Everyone refresh. Take 60 seconds. In the meantime, hello Mao again. Hello Jake and VR. Hello everyone who's watching. My name is Jack, and we are playing DanganRonpa Trigger Happy Havoc. With me, I'm here on the left. Oh, Phoenix is in chat. What?
Oh.
Phoenix, get your butt in here.
What'd you miss?
She's vibing.
So, as far as... She did tell me that she would have to be, like, out for 40 minutes. So, you missed the info dump in terms of... we fell in a pit. Kyoko also fell in a pit.
She followed us.
Followed us into the trash heap in order to save us. So, there's multiple key points I'll try to summarize succinctly. Firstly, she has remembered who she is. Kyoko Kirigiri is the ultimate detective.
Yeah.
And came to the school with the explicit purpose of finding the headmaster, who was kind of alluded to by Alter Ego and others, but her purpose is to find him because he's her dad. Apparently she was separated from him at birth, and kind of wound up their separate ways. We haven't really touched too far into that yet, just kind of like that was a thing. Also, on the order of Mukuro, like, the fever dream was not a dream. All that shit happened. Neither of us killed Mukuro in the garden. Like, that shit's still up in the air who actually killed her. But the big revelation at the end of Chapter 5 is that there is more than one ultimate despair. Mukuro was one, for sure, and she's dead. But the mastermind, who is also ultimate despair, is somewhere still, and was the cause of the tragedy like a year ago. So, all of that just got revealed. we still don't actually have a way out yet, technically, from the garbage dump, but all that info got dropped. Anything I'm forgetting, guys?
No.
That was pretty much all.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Lots of shit is happening.
Yep. So, here's hoping you can continue to listen. Yes, Jake, she had noodles on her head, and it kind of looked a little cute, okay?
It
Listen.
was pretty cute.
It was fucking adorable and also hilarious, and I laughed a lot.
Just breaking that, like, flawless facade for just a minute. It's very
God,
good.
I love Kyoko so much.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Alright. So, with that, I'm going to take my refresh break while you guys read.
Okay.
We read for the birthday boy's amusement.
The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it all around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now...
Well, I also need to change the stream title and shit. Whoops.
Oh, are we still on Hearthstone?
Lamau. Get them dang Hearthstone hits.
Man, Blizzard's really updated their game, huh?
I know, right? They're now doing like visual novels and shit. How sick is that?
Yeah, I'm glad that they're really branching out in terms of genres.
Yeah, right. They can't all be shooters.
DanganRonpa. There we go. That works.
Yay!
Anyway.
Right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. It smells and I had noodles on my head.
That's you.
Yeah. I said the line.
Figure out the rest. Yeah, you're right. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it.
And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right.
Then we should be able to use that door, right? How'd she even get into the headmaster's room?
Sakura broke open the door before she died.
She sacrificed herself.
Right.
Well, she
Hey,
had a
Kyoko.
plan that she was gonna die.
Yeah. We can use that key.
Let's find out.
Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole.
It didn't work. We both died here.
Fuck.
That end.
And then...
Click.
Yay! Yes, it opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go.
Sounds good. After you. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally. We were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. Because the real fight had just begun.
Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death.
Right into deadly life. Let's go.
Jesus fuck okay.
After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up to the tunnel.
The true enemy. Exercise.
We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Thank you.
I'm
Thank
still in a dream.
Snake The ladder wasn't possibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended.
I think Kyoko is another example of, like, being censored in this scene.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, this is, like, they're fighting for their lives out here. I don't need panty shots.
We really
thanks.
don't need a panty shot. Yeah. We climbed into the darkness. The passage was so dark, cramped. I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. Blah. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey,
How'd you not break a leg, dude?
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you.
3 points of contact on a ladder.
Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm starting to get kind of nervous.
With each
My
word you
hands are
say,
sweaty.
the potential energy in your body increases.
Knees, weak arm, spaghetti.
Niece, Ma spaghetti. Maybe talking will help me keep my mind off of it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work?
How long?
so...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way.
Then, is your family famous?
wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us.
Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So,
Right.
Because we take pride in it.
pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence.
A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride.
Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride.
Huh?
In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do.
But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak Academy, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father.
Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though.
What?
No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him, face to face.
What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him.
Jesus. Hey,
Bruh.
listen, I was separated from you at birth, but I just came here to I gave up my pride, fucking went through hell, watched several dozen people die, just to tell you, hey, fuck you, I'm gone.
I mean, it wasn't at birth. It was like when she was a child, but yeah, the same thing.
Fuck you, here are my name-changing papers.
Sever?
The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future.
However,
But he had no interest in detective work. So, he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away.
Bruh.
He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind.
Wow. I'm sure there was a reason for that.
Yeah, shitty reason, though.
Don't defend him, Makoto. No, that's a shitty reason to do so. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him. Then why didn't he?
right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do.
Ooh.
I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective.
I was above Kyoko on a ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that, compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional.
I'm gonna try one thing right quick. I apologize.
Yeah.
I?
Yeah, like, fuck you, Kirigiri's dad.
Yeah. What a dick.
Man, you kind of suck, bro. You could have taken her with you. Like, I get it. You were like mourning and shit. Come on, dude. You could have taken your daughter with you.
Could have at least given her like a heads up or something, you know?
Yeah, or at least like written to her, or just something, you know, like.
Yeah,
Hey.
like, I can understand not wanting to be hemmed in by a family tradition, like, you're your own person, whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, don't deprive your daughter of your presence because of that, you know?
Especially since she already lost her mother, so.
Yeah, that's like a fucking double whammy.
Yeah.
I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live.
Kyoko, you're like 17, 18 maybe. Like, it's okay to be angry with him.
That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
But there's one thing that I can never forgive.
Really?
so
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
however,
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago.
But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family?
Only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. Good idea. Good idea, Makoto. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us.
We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out.
Oh, worm.
I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble.
Well, here goes nothing. Wait, hang on. Why did she... Okay, so she unlocked this door. Why didn't you just... never mind. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch.
Didn't know if that was where you would be.
Must have had an inkling, at least. The hatch opened with ease, and so...
Girls got maps. Let's go!
Looks like we're back.
Whew.
But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted.
Jake, Jesus.
I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. And now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you.
No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor.
So, now what? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out... And I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried?
Yeah, of course.
So then...
Then, let's just get a concrete answer.
Huh?
In other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping.
Wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away.
As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. Oh, right. So you're saying, rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now?
Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared.
The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down.
There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations.
I'm still a little, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Shit just keeps constantly happening.
Yep.
Yep.
Non-stop.
Non-stop from here to the end, baby.
Well now.
Hey! Kyoko! I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead! What's he doing here?
That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really going to be okay?
You were supposed to be punished! Did Kyoko help you?
What? So what if I did? What will you do?
If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again! And this time, I won't leave anything to chance!
Kyoko?
Right.
Do whatever you feel you have to.
What?
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
No.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
Huh? I Lose? Explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right?
Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must realize that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery.
Alter ego.
You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right?
And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't.
Don't just say it like that.
What is this, a comedy routine? To make a bold claim without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there was only ever one absolute truth.
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased.
Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
that's what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice.
So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. She did fine on that one, and I. That was badass as shit.
Fine. She did good. Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say?
A fair trial. One last showdown. In other words, This would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept that challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word.
Interesting.
Barret!
Very interesting indeed.
Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So it's time for bear puns! Now, what you suggested might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
In other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out? Or will my despair claim victory?
Barely contain.
Let's have one final grisly showdown.
He agreed.
I think I hate puns now.
In the worst way possible.
Then we still have a shot at this.
Barret!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
You guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here.
All the mysteries?
All the mysteries!
Investigation.
Every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain myself!
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
it's
Oh my god.
That's what we've been trying to do all along.
Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school,
You guys!
then you win. But if you can't do all of that,
We'll all face execution, right?
I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me?
We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair?
I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
This is nutty as shit.
I'm fucking losing my mind. Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh my god.
Phoenix is missing out on the good mind bending shit.
Mhm.
Unless she's still in chat.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm, that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement?
You don't have to be so suspicious. I said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that.
Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception. Then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro.
It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth?
Why did it go quiet all of a sudden?
I'm done talking! I got nothing left to say to you! Get lost, would you?
Why so mad?
He seems Emotionally unstable.
Hey, I resent that statement.
You resemble it more like.
Leave me alone! Get out of here!
Okay, I'm going. You really gonna let me go?
I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyways. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto. Let's go.
Okay.
I think we broke him.
Yeah. One of the unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away.
Is he going to stop?
Mm. And just like that, we were out of the gym.
Said it was clinging to you. Gotta make sure that shit clings.
I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
however,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us.
Yeah, true.
But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal.
But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept.
Huh?
because
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said.
So, when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
so
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right?
Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right?
Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult.
A reason?
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other.
They wanted to show the world?
it would seem
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that.
Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words,
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other, and show that off to the world.
But why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely.
Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept.
You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair.
What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right. It is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet, that same motivation is what led to the Mastermind revealing their weakness.
What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The Mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the Mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it.
And that's why the Mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves?
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules, to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer.
But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the Mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer.
And when the fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the Mastermind had to accept your suggestion?
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the Mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations.
But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get to the Mastermind to accept your
However-
challenge.
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up.
Still, I can't believe how much of the Mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet.
Whew.
But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet.
She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief.
To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time.
I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him.
Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy.
Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic. Makoto,
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time,
correct.
or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing.
you're right. We can't defeat the if we can't defeat the Mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There is no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on.
Nah, fuck them. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the Mastermind.
Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible?
Huh?
anyway,
Right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorms somewhere. Shall we go?
Let's go.
At least let them be aware of the giant fucking death flag they've put on everyone's
Uh-huh.
heads.
Dining hall first, maybe? Oh, it's nighttime. Probably not.
Yeah, dorms, baby.
Oh.
And suddenly
Oh.
we were great. Oh! You again.
It's gonna EJ Speller.
Is he broken?
I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit.
AG to the third power. Foursome equals Sen 861.
Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about.
I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief.
Eh.
Is that
The squad!
Makoto?
Hey!
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Huh? You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that? I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived.
And Byakuya.
And yeah.
He was there too.
Also they sold me out and thought I was guilty.
And you literally had to vote or die. So.
As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
Ah, you're a blubbery bitch.
Aw, Makoto, baby boy.
Wait.
They
What's
haven't
that
showered
smell?
Ew. Makoto reeks.
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. And I've been in like 42 days, like straight up weed dens.
It's Makoto! He smells like a wet dog!
Ugh. Get away! Shoo! Shoo! And in a flash, my tears dried up.
In a flash, we go from emotional moment to fuck you guys.
Fuck you guys.
I was
That's why don't like any
literally
of you.
going to die in the garbage. I still can't believe you survived.
Yeah, me either.
Do you realize why it is you escaped execution?
It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you.
Yo!
Makoto, what was it like hanging out with Aang in the spirit world?
I didn't go to the spirit world, Yasuhiro.
You know?
Did you get to talk to her?
Who?
Miss Cleo! I don't know who I'm talking about.
No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? Is that a JoJo reference?
No idea.
Fuck if I
So,
know.
what have you guys been doing while I was gone?
Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again.
And?
No dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked.
So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we find out new clues? Ugh, you stink. Are you rotten?
I'm telling you.
Rotten physically, mentally, every way you can be rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. The smell is just so smelly.
Why are you blushing?
Why are
Stop
you
looking at me
blushing?
like that.
I don't like that. I
I'm
don't like
scared.
that.
I need an
Please,
adult.
Please no.
Oh no.
Kyoko.
Does she
Kyoko.
think...
Let's get it over with. Let's just get it over with.
Keep
Oh.
going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Super smelly. You smell even worse than me. Way worse than me. I win. She seems happy for some reason, and I don't like it. Kyoko,
This
please
girl
help
ain't
me.
right.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion, no
Fucking
matter
whoops.
how weird. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain. Explain what?
Hmm.
But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all.
I need to tell you all about the last class trial.
Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right?
No, I didn't do it like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer. And of course, it's not me or any of you.
Then, who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time, and did what he had to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto?
You make it sound like it was easy. I just, I'm an empath.
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules?
They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
You're so fucking smart, Byakuya.
Very
damn.
observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm like totally in the dark here, and it's not because I'm hotboxing myself. What's going on? For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later.
So, knowing all of this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind?
But there's more to it than that, correct?
Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time, and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
No pressure.
Everyone?
I hate you.
Hey! Who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with my master.
I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
Interesting.
In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro, and all the school's mysteries...
It's a pretty tall friggin' order.
Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So, if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries.
I'm not so sure about that.
Huh?
What?
I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone.
What? Mitch, you can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his.
Hint?
It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Here's the hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. So no headmasters. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, didn't he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable.
Huh? But why?
So, in other words,
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game.
Then the mastermind is...
There were 50...
There were-
Oh, sorry.
Oh god, Toko, your voice got very... I practice the master's voice in my alone time. Makes me fall asleep at night.
God damn.
There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. And in Mukuro, you get 16. So the mastermind would have been one of them?
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? We're the mastermind?
No way!
You can't be serious!
Well, wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility.
I'm tired.
You're good.
I'm gonna mute myself. Hang on.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many.
Among us.
The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility.
And that is one possibility we can't ignore.
Yeah, I mean, they're the ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible! But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but...
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right, right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. That's actually the first brain spark I've seen between Hiro's eyes.
It's like the two brain cells just kind of touched. And then...
They met like DVD screensavers.
Right. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us.
Well, it wouldn't be entirely possible if they directed the flow of the conversation.
Well, maybe, but still.
Ding dong, bing bong.
Sup, bitches?
I'm so happy I got to do that.
This is a school announcement.
You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Oh,
Look
God.
wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then and we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Hmm?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. We must begin the investigation now.
Investigation.
But
I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then,
after making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master! He didn't take me with him!
yeah, that's on purpose.
Hey.
You don't blame him?
Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream or coffee. You're totally useless. So bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall.
Now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right.
Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Oh my god.
It's time that I level up my skill tree in clairvoyance and become the true wolf I was always meant to be.
Just a second.
Wait, how come? Also, I didn't understand a word you just said.
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. I hate how even when I go off the handle to say some like horrendously off-kilter shit, it's still too in character. It's
Gosh,
too
Hero,
close.
Is that a JoJo reference?
No idea.
Hero is summoning his stand.
Oh god. Hold on. Laughing loudly, Hero left the dining hall.
Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves?
What about you, Hina?
I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else.
You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died.
Makoto!
Now kiss.
That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
okay.
So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own! Okay, see you later.
Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Now Kith. So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so
That goes for all of us.
I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school.
We can visit all the places we couldn't have gone before.
Makoto.
Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary.
With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. Yay.
Investigate.
I guess I'll start by taking a look at Monokuma file, preferably next week. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. He had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered in wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder. Which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started.
Places to check. Added to the truth bullets.
The game gave us a list.
Yes, it did.
Awesome.
In a very easy place to check.
Thank fuck.
And this was actually, I was actually going to list exactly every room here in terms of like, hey, all these things,
yep,
you know, that have been unlocked. But I think it would be smart to do that next time because I don't know where Phoenix is. If she's just listening in or what.
This is a long-ass investigation too.
Also a long-ass investigation. Also, even with like the delayed start, it's like 11 o'clock.
True.
So we'll leave it for next time, and it's possible that Chapter 6 has to be like a 3-parter. We'll see.
Yep.
But we got through like the Deadly Life preamble into the investigation. So with that, I will bid you guys good night.
Good night.
Night.